We decided to take some action after a culmination of effort that we have been leading for the last year. At Jet2.com, we have a campaign called On Board Together, which calls for our customers to think about their journey and respect other passengers, but also to obey the crew's rules and not to drink their own alcohol on board the aeroplane. It is a big, bold step, but we felt that the industry actually has an issue which hasn't gone away. It's been there for a little while now, and we needed to take some action to look after our customers as a family-friendly operation, an airline, and also my colleagues and my crew.
Have you had any incidents that have finally made you say, right, this is it, we're going to change?
Nothing as dramatic as that. There's no one big incident, but I think the proliferation of occurrences across not just my network, but other airlines' networks as well, causes us to think that there is an issue that has been growing. It hasn't dissipated, and me taking a stance following Lord Armend's comments last week with regards to his call for review of alcohol is something that we applaud, and we wanted to endorse that by taking some action ourselves.
I mean, I suppose part of the problem is that, I'm not excusing anybody, but you do a lot of holiday flights, you do city breaks, and lots of people now have Stag and Hen do's in Europe, don't they? The people who are going to be drinking anyway.
Bob, you'd be surprised. It is not exclusive to what you might think are the typical flights to, say, Ibiza or groups and Stags and Hens. Quite often, these are on different flights for different reasons. And, there's other carriers in the UK who fly long haul who have problems going to Las Vegas, for example, and across to the States. It's not exclusive just to European flights. However, that's my main concern for our customers on Jet2.com. And, obviously we are launching from Birmingham next year. So it's fantastic to talk to you as a new company coming to the area. And I want to give everybody confidence that we put a lot of effort into making our flights as pleasurable and as comfortable as possible.
An understandable and a very laudable effort. I'm sure a lot of people will pat you on the back for it. Isn't the problem also, though, that when they get to the airport, before they actually get on the flight, they can be drinking anyway?
And that's the two other aspects of what we talked about yesterday and last week were the advent of what we need to do within the airport bar environment, and also with regards to the carriage of duty-free items. Lord Ahmed himself said he was going to review the licensing laws within airports, or sale of alcohol within airports, and we think that's a good idea. Drinking at say 4, 5, 6 in the morning when you've perhaps been up early and you're tired and have checked in is not a normal time to consume alcohol before you go flying. And alcohol affects everybody, no matter large or small, or big or old, or young or old. And the issue normally manifests itself when people are airborne a little while later and perhaps have not eaten. So we recognise that as not the. But drinking in airports at that time in the morning, we believe should be reviewed and suspended as well. And similarly, people drinking duty-free purchases before they're airborne or in the aeroplanes has become more widespread across all the airlines, and it's often the cause of trouble on board the airplane when people are drinking illicitly. And we need to come up with a better solution, which we suggested, and the minister also picked up last week, to use a heavier duty tamper-proof duty-free bag. It's not for me to stop people selling or purchasing items through the airport, but I think just an element of responsibility and control needs to be introduced.
Are any other airlines backing you?
We've had a lot of ongoing conversations with the industry over the last year, and recently a code of conduct was established, which is a voluntary code of conduct with the other airlines, all the airlines in the UK and the airports and the retailers. However, we are on the back of Lord Armend's comments last week, taking a bolder step now to try and introduce some better guidance for our crew, and also to make our family-friendly flights to all these leisure destinations, as you described, as comfortable as possible.